27. Science can get me this general rocketry node, which should have been the one I went for anyway. That really, really was a dumb thing on my part. And I should have just built something simple with none of those materials bays and all that nonsense, not worried about recovering. Does the fly by the moon require a recovery? No, just fly by the moon. So if I can just blast by the moon with anything. Oh, sorry. Let's get that hex probe out again. Just thinking. Might not be licked yet. Let's see. To initiate a flyby of the moon, I need about 860 meters per second of delta V. Can I build something that's that cheap? That is the question. Doesn't have to do a bloody thing. I'm going to turn off. Configure the experiments. Going to turn off everything. I'm really saving money. No experiments. No nothing. Gonna need communication. And put us. I'm only at 2,500 and. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of delta V here. Didn't put a decoupler in. That's the little one I got now. What are we doing here? What are you doing to me? This, if I can control it, should be enough to easily fly by the moon. Now, I really got to think about what I'm doing here. Yeah. But I mean, to get in orbit, I'm going to count 3,600, 44. I'm doing math in my head, which always hurts. 4440. This has easily got the delta V to do it. It's well under the cost. Let's even go nuts. Put some batteries on here. This one was going like a bat out of hell when the I'll have no control of it. Probably need, what do I got for reaction wheels? Just those guys. This might prove unnecessary that I'm being that chintzy. Let's build something a little bit more sane. There's nothing like the cheapness of just a giant SRB, is there? Swivel under here. Still a lot of thrust. Again, total delta V is through the roof. And this will be something I can control a lot easier. Thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Might even splurge and give me some experiments too. So I actually... Yep. This should be able to fly by the moon, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's do this right this time. So, bigger numbers get drained first. So, up these fuel flow, up that fuel flow. Yeah, so this is the high there. That'll keep the mass forward. That's the idea. Yeah, a couple of solar cells would probably be a good idea. I was honestly thinking at first when I was starting to build this thing, and now I'm actually building something that might be even functional, I was honestly thinking I was just going to build something that had enough electricity to just blast it towards the moon, have it fly by the moon, hopefully, and you know, lose control of it, lose electricity, but don't care. As long as it does the flyby, then that should be fine. But I am honestly thinking I have something here. I'm up to 5,310. How much does this contract get me? 48,000. It's my own silliness, but we can recover from this. We can recover. Okay, how much is adding those two experiments? Configure amend experiments, put on the telemetry report. That's only $100. And the light experiment, that's also only $100. And we'll start both of those off. And I don't think either of them use up a lot of electricity. Nope. That's got a gimbaled engine on the bottom. This is the Hex 3, and we're going for a flyby of the moon. I honestly think this is doable. I think we got something that can work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the thrust down on this. Turn the thrust down on this too. There. All right. Yeah. I am going to get that moon strat. Thank you, Tom. I was thinking that. Grab that moon strat. But honestly, I'm going to give this a simulation. I don't think I can afford it. No. I don't think I can afford the simulation. I'm about 1,000 shy right now. And I don't think I can afford the simulation. I'm thinking I'm just going to go for it. I think I'm just going to go for it. Okay, let's put that... I do have action groups. Let's put this guy on a 1. And other than that, I think this is a doable thing. Okay, let's go. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get that moon strat. Oh, hopefully that moon strategy does not cost me money. Please don't cost me money. I can afford the reputation, but not the money. I don't think it costs... It advances 100,000... Why didn't I grab this a million years ago? There's 100,000 Kerbals right here. Does it not cost me? It doesn't cost me a thing. Oh my gosh. Why can't I grab it? You must have returned a crew from orbit for... Oh, I'm in the wrong moon program. I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. 100,000 Kerbals. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Confirmation needed. You want to activate? Yes. 100,000 Kerbals. I've never been so happy to get 100,000 Kerbals. Oh, let's go nuts. Let's go nuts. 100,000 Kerbals for me. Okay, we're not going to put on the materials, but I'm going to keep this under some control now. I'm not going to put on the materials bay. I'm not going to recover this, but I can get into science. We do have the Geiger counter. I can put that on there. Oh my gosh. There, we'll turn that on to waiting. We do have a thermometer. We'll turn that on to waiting. Actually, what I should do, now that I'm thinking about it, I have lost with that moonshot one. I think I get a penalty for science in all biomes now. So probably what I should do is not collect science in Kerbin. Okay, so we're going to do 4 experiments. The thermometer, the Geiger counter, the light experiment, and the telemetry report. I'm going to leave them all until we are in in the moon's SOI. Hopefully we'll be in the moon's SOI. Can I take... Will this work? Yes, start the telemetry report. I'm putting these on an action group. Start the telemetry report and start the light. And so 2 is going to be my science activation button. Start the temperature scan and start the radiation scan. Nice, 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 nice. This still should be able to do it. I think so. Okay, now let's save. I have over 100,000 Kerbucks now. Oh my gosh. I'm never going to let myself get that tight for funds again. Tracking station. Can't afford the tracking station. Shoot. Okay. So, the reason why I was looking at the tracking station is because if I upgrade the tracking station, I get maneuver nodes and patch conics. I don't have any of that, so we're going to be shooting for the moon kind of blind. The moon is a pretty big target. Anywhere in the moon's SOI will do. Let's run the simulation. But I was hoping to have the tracking station going. Okay, okay. We're going to get there. We got to think positive. Send me positive thoughts. Parachute, this thing ain't coming back. This thing is going to the moon, and then wherever it goes after it flies by the moon is where it goes. Okay. Throttle up. Let's go. So this is going now into... I want to see if this can get itself into a decent orbital insertion. That's all this is about. Let's get rid of that. So I'm not doing anything crazy funky. Knocking it over. About 5 degrees or so. Locking that on prograde. I do like getting those probe bodies early, like the Hex probe core, and now being able to lock it onto the prograde vector. That's pretty awesome. And this has a lot of delta V. The question is just simply, can I fly it? That's really all this is going to be. Oh, lock it on prograde. I missed it. There we go. The Hex 3. Pretty stable. Likes to come back onto that prograde vector fairly easily. Again, this is a simulation. This is just to see if this is going to work for me. So far, this has cost me 635 Kerbucks in climbing. But we're about to lose this lower stage and get on the little orbiter dude, which is going to have to finish off some of this insertion. Hopefully I put enough thrust into that. I don't know. I have my doubts. Okay. Stage. I don't like... Ah, shoot. Okay. This is why we did simulations. That's actually fixable, I think. I think that's fixable with just simply the addition of some reaction wheels up here. I do have the small inline reaction wheels. Adding those in, I think, should fix that right up. I also want to give myself some more thrust on this thing. Where's the pug? There. More thrust. Yeah. Okay, still plenty of delta V. Thrust to weight on the bottom can be a smidge higher. There. All right. Got the money. I'm going to simulate this again. Actually, let's set this. Sorry, this one. Add that to new contract hex 3. Okay. Launch. No, simulate. Oh my gosh, I knew I was pausing there for a second. There was something I was supposed to do. It'll be the old school way for those people that played KSP way back before there was anything to kind of help you do anything right, which is to just wait before the moon is just above Kerbin's horizon, and then that's when you do the trans-moon injection burn. Okay, lock through on prograde. Again, this is a simulation here. And it's really just about, can this thing make orbit? It has the fuel. It's just, can it fly? It's really more of anything else. This lower stage is all pretty stable with the tail fins on it. And the gimbaling swivel engine on the bottom there. That's all pretty good. Oh, I'm kind of coming down really fast here. Pitching over too quickly. Let's see if we can... See if we can delay. Whoa, come back, come back, come back. Prograde. Again, pitching over just a little bit too quickly. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Come back. This is my dopey ascent more than anything. Okay, I think I'm kind of okay. I'm a little bit too far this way. I'm a little pitched down, a little bit too low. That was a crappy ascent. I should just pitch up steeply because it's not like this thing... Feels like I'm not going very fast. Is it just me? Let's just lock that on there. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's restart this. I think that was just my own bad flying. Restart simulation. Back at launch. We're going to try again. Yeah, I'm making this hard on myself. Okay, we're going to go up more steeply this time because the delta V is not a problem. Delta V is not a problem. Now it's draining these tanks the way I want. See how those top ones are still full? Okay, so I'm going to let myself get a little faster this time before we... Here, about 75 meters per second. So let's knock this over a little bit. We're going to do a pretty steep ascent. That should help with stability too. So like I was saying, delta V shouldn't be an issue. It's flying that's the issue. Both this rocket's ability to fly and my ability to fly. All right, that should be better. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now this thing completely lost control before when I separated the payload, or the top part of the thing, because it's got to do some... but now I've added on some reaction wheels. I have also... We're also higher in the atmosphere, so that should help. Stay on that prograde vector. Good boy. Good boy. Our apoapsis is already pretty high. So, got throttle. Okay. So let's get up to apoapsis, see what our velocity is at apoapsis. It's a very steep ascent. So how close are we? Getting very close to apoapsis here. There's still 2,600 meters per second left in this thing. I'm going to need another, oh gosh, what, 1,400 meters per second. Oh, easy. Easy got the fuel. Easy got the fuel. Okay, we're going to do this for real. So terminate the simulation. This is the real one. This is the real one now. I do like this crash simulator because it so nicely separates simulating and training and practicing and all that kind of stuff, and when you're just for real. See, now if something goes bad, I don't have the ability to revert back to launch. We're just gonna live with whatever badness happens. Okay, let's change this to hex 3. There's our contract to remind us. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Let this get up to about 75-80 meters per second, and we're gonna knock it over just a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. Go. Lock that on the prograde. It's a little bit too far to the north. Try and get that heading to be right on 90 degrees. That's a little bit too far to the south. There we go. Keep an eye on apoapsis. Okay. Descent seems to be going pretty good. Again, steeper than normal, but that seems to help with the stability of this thing, and there should be lots and lots of fuel in it. You know, I'm not convinced on that strat that I am getting hit for science not going. I don't think I am. I am going to collect some science outside of... once I'm in orbit, I'm going to turn on all the sciencey stuff. Okay, staging. Staying on that vector, and 70 kilometers on the apoapsis. Not flipping out, stability is good. 80, okay. Let's time warp up to apoapsis. Get ourselves out of the atmosphere. Okay. Put this on the... Whoa! Those reaction wheels are small. Are strong. Okay. I'm going to have to kind of do this with my eyeballs because I don't know what the time is to apoapsis, so we're just going to kind of watch this. If I had the tracking station, this would be way better. But I think I'm going to start throttling up now. I don't know. I think I'm still not close enough. I usually typically wait till I'm about 30 seconds ahead. Actually, I got a long way to bring that periapsis up. Let's start going. Yeah. Maybe even pitch up a bit. Maybe even pitch up a lot. I want to keep that apoapsis ahead of me. Okay. So I'm just using pitch to kind of keep that apoapsis just ahead of me. Periapsis just past negative 350, so still got a long way to go. Oh, 4 maneuver nodes. And whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, slow down. Lock that to prograde. Just about there. See periapsis coming out the other side. And good enough. In fact, very good enough. 81 by 80. Okay. We're there. I'm going to put this on to, whoops, the normal vector. Might just toggle off these reaction wheels. I don't think I need them because there's reaction wheels in the probe body. Let's turn on that antenna. I thought one turned on the antenna. One doesn't turn on the antenna. Okay, extend the antenna that way. 2 should turn on the science, right? You all saw me do that. 2 doesn't turn on the science. Okay, maybe it really doesn't like that I kind of put on those, so we'll just do this. Turn that on. Turn that on. And turn on the telemetry and the light experiment. So this should be collecting data. Electricity is, let's think about where that, I only have 2 solar panels, so I gotta think about where to place them. Okay, electricity is perpetual, so that's good. So we'll let this thing collect science. There's the moon. How long does it take to collect all the science? That's going to take... Oh, that's already done. Sorry, the thermometer's already done. I forgot, of course, we've been up here before. All of this is already done. What was I even worried about? Oh, my golly. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to head off to the moon. There's my other satellite I'd already put into orbit. So I'm going to time warp here. And this is going to be a no maneuver node, one-shotter type of thing. But I know if I point prograde just as the moon's about to come over the horizon, that should give you a trajectory that's going to hit the moon. That's sort of the way we used to do it. Everyone used to do it kind of back in the day. Let me look at it from here. You should be able to see, like, if you line up, like, there's the moon, right? Yeah, so you should be able to go further than this. It's further than this. Just before the moon comes over the horizon. It's really the good time to do it. Or maybe just as it comes right up. I'm thinking a little further. What's that look like from here? Can't really see the moon, of course. But I'm thinking of punching this. I'm thinking I'm going to punch it. I'm going to punch it. The moon must be just about to come up. Let's punch this. So, let's do it. I'm nervous about this because I hate not having maneuver nodes. So we're going to go up until we're at 12,000 kilometers. That's really all there is to it. And then just kind of hope for the best. Should be starting to see the moon come up. There's the moon rising. So I think I got this timed out right. "12 megameters is the altitude of the moon." Whoa, that's pretty darn close right there. Let's a little bit more. Oh, be careful, Kerbalism. You got limited ignitions. I got 14 ignitions left. Always kind of forget about those things with Kerbalism. It's too easy to forget about those things. Okay, gonna put that on there. Gonna look about what are the solar panels exposure. Gotta think about all of these things. And you see, because I don't have the tracking station, all it's doing is this. That's all you see. But with luck, we should be... Oh, it's just warning me I changed my strategies. Yeah. Mimbus probe's no longer available. Okay, fine. I don't know how it knew that I'm not doing that. Okay. Maybe it did that as soon as I picked the moon one. So, with luck, I should keep an eye on electricity in case, but with luck, we should be intercepting with the moon. I got the antenna up. Yep, I want to make sure I don't do anything silly. Now that this is set up. Come on, moon. Come on, moon. Come on, moon. We need you. We need you too. This is going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. Right. 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 Yes. Yes. Oh, I guess fly by the moon is also going by the moon. It's not just getting into the moon's SOI. But we should be collecting all kinds of science, shouldn't we? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My game just froze. Oh, dear. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened there. My game was frozen there for a bit, and then I hit escape, and my game is not frozen. But why are all these... It stopped. Didn't I turn you guys on? Turn you on. Goodness sakes. I thought I turned you guys all on. There and there. Okay. And we got this contract, so that's good. Excellent. All right, we're collecting all kinds of science. Which one's going to take the longest here? Radiation scan says invalid. That one's going to take just a couple of minutes. And... oh, the light's already done and the telemetry's almost done too. Okay, so we're going to fly by the moon. All right. So I said I was going to start this by flying by the moon, and we're going to fly by the moon. So I am more than just a tad bit pleased. Now, what's our our periapsis? Did anybody see that? Our periapsis is 215 meters. Let's see if we can do something about that. So we're going to point to the radial. Do I have the vector for it? Yes, the radially out vector. And we're going to raise this up to about 10 kilometers. There. I don't want to hit the moon. Okay, and then again, we're going to look at this. But this will give me some low space science, too. That's awesome. Okay, we'll rotate this so it's 100%. Okay. Nice, and we're transmitting that science away. Okay, let's get into where the moon is. Okay, some science has been transmitted. The light's been transmitted. The temperature scan's been transmitted. It's our first time in the moon's SOI. There's our radiation scan's been transmitted. That's all of our science. But when we get into low space, about the moon, we should be getting more. Not the radiation scan. The radiation scan's a one-offer for just being in the moon's SOI, because there's no magnetic field around the moon. Okay. I'm certainly glad I checked that periapsis. Okay, come on, where's low space? Oh, we have no connection. So these should be running, but we don't have any feedback from the probe until we're of course in the communication shadow of the moon. We have to wait for Kerbin to rise. But it should be, I'm pretty sure, collecting science anyway. It obviously can't transmit it, but it's not giving us any feedback. Kerbalism won't tell you anything about what's going on if you don't have a communication link. So it should be collecting science, we're just not seeing it. But as soon as Kerbin pops up on the horizon, we should have a pile of information here. There we go. See, it's already collected a bunch of it. The hard drive is almost 3/4 full. Nice, there's Kerbin. Some sunshine. Oh, we got lots of electric charge. That's not a problem. Now, I don't know if we're going to get all of this away. It looks like we are. Nice. So it was still collecting all that stuff. I think I got. Let's just transmit away the rest of this. But if we take a look at the science archive from Kerbalism, and we take a look, we did the light experiment around the moon. Yep, got space low, space high. We did a telemetry report around the moon. Space low, space high, got all of it. Got temperature scan around the moon. all of it, and the radiation scan was just the one. So we got all of the science. There's just one global one for radiation scan, and we transmitted all that. In fact, if I click over here, it'll actually tell you we've transmitted 36 units of science from this thing. We got some milestones. We should be getting, yes, we got a boost with this because of the strategy we picked up. So we got an extra 52,000 Kerb bucks because of that Moon strategy, and an extra 25 almost Kerb bucks from that Moon strategy. But notice we didn't get, so this says minus 10,000? When I understand. This is what we only got 2,640 for escaping the gravitational influence of Kerbin, because that's a Kerbin one, so we get a knock on the funds from that one. But that's okay. That's worth it. So let's get out of the Moon's SOI, and we should get one more milestone. There we go. So that's exiting the Moon's gravitational field of influence. Again, we got an extra 37,400 Kerb bucks. Awesome. Strategy available change. New strategies available. We have contract slot machine. That sounds interesting. But I think that's going to have to wait, I think, for next week. What kind of orbit are we in? We're in this big gigantor elliptical orbit. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Are we collecting any science from high space? No, we're not. It's collected all the science that it can.